different, you know. So weird, you know. I like using weird sounds. I like using outside the norm. Like, yeah, I might start with a piano, but it might not end up as a piano at the end of the day. So. What we pulling up today? Hey.
So how'd you get into producing?
I get into producing. I was like 13. My cousin, he's from Lithonia, and I came to visit one Thanksgiving, and he's like, "Yo," he's like, "I'm making music, whoop de whoop, and this is the music program you're using." And I got like hella interested. Like the first time I ever touched it, like I was up like all day and night. I was like, "What is this? Like this is cool. It's like a video game." Like, I'm sitting here playing around with it, stuff like that. And then I started as a hobby, and then after that, I just started getting really good at it. And then I just started posting my stuff on like MySpace and stuff like that. And then after that, it just kind of fell through. It just, you know, bigger acts started hitting me up for more work, and it's kind of, you know, been a journey since then.
Who you been working with?
Everybody and their mama, to be honest. A lot of my known work is known with, like I work with Future. A lot of also my work, I was working with a lot of artists I work with a lot of artists from Street Execs, such as Travis Porter, mainly, Schoolie, Cat One. Cat One's big bro. I haven't worked with Dolph. I know 2 Chainz. I haven't had no records with 2 Chainz, but and then I have really good ties to the Grand Hustle. I work mainly with T.I. son Damani Harris. I did his debut single off his first project, and you know, he's working on a lot of new music and stuff like that.
What goes through your mind when you're like making these beats?
Sometimes I'll be out of my mind, so don't be nothing there sometimes. So
Out of your mind, like
just in a whole nother zone, you know. Sometimes I come with a direction, especially like if I know I have have to work with a certain artist. I do my research, or you know, research on the artist and stuff like that. Then that changes my, you know, my creative process, because I have a certain idea I have to go for, or a certain sound I have to go to. For when it comes to me just randomly making beats, I just like this mess around with what I got. You know, I update new sounds and new stuff, you know, daily. So I just go see what I got next, you know, or got new, and just kind of play around with it and see what I come up with.
You don't like your random beats?
Do I like random beats?
You said that you have like a lot of random beats.
Yeah.
And you when you work with an artist, you kind of do your research, but then you have these random beats.
The random beats is more so like, it's kind of like, it can work for anybody. More so, they're more general. It's like, the difference between like going to a restaurant and then going at home and cooking a meal specifically made for you. Like, you know, I'd rather sometimes, you know, depending on, you know, project stuff like that, I'd rather, you know, make things organically from scratch, or just more so just with whatever the artist got, you know, in mind. When it comes to, you know, I'm just making beats for a day, I'm just going to see what goes on. And I might have somebody in mind after I make it, but more so it's just beats that I feel like, you know, can fit certain, you know, I can play certain, you know, vibes, certain areas, or I just know that certain artists may, you know, certain style of artists may attach to it. It may not be a specific artist.
So are you doing this for you? What's the higher calling? Do you think this is in your purpose?
Yeah, I think it's the start for my higher calling, which is more so just not just music, but just being a creator, period. But I feel like music is just more so thing that kind of just can't just gravitate towards me the most, and it's been opening a lot of doors for me. You know, I would love to do other types of music more so just like, you know, like movie soundtracks and, you know, scores and, you know, other little things that we can probably, you know, that can implement music. It don't necessarily have to be like rap or hip hop.
What are you feeling right now?
What am I feeling right now? I feel tired. I feel like my phone is ringing right now, and it definitely is. Answer that and tell her to come in.
Hello.
I feel tired, but I
Okay,
feel
since
great.
You're gonna interview. He said just to come in.
Because for the
Okay.
simple fact, I've been having a lot of great things going on, and I've been ripping and running for this whole week nonstop. But just I've been seeing a lot of progress in this past week with, you know, a lot of things that I've been going on that I have been doing for the past couple
I want to know
years.
more about you. Like, what is it? Not necessarily who influences you, but what's at your core? Like, how did you grow up?
I grew up. I'm a real cultured, you know, person for, I guess, a person my age because I moved around a lot. My father's in the military, so I seen a lot of things around. I done stayed in the hood. I done stayed in the suburbs. I done stayed in the hood suburbs. A little bit of everything, and I done been everywhere and listening to all types of music. So I, you know, take all those things I experienced and, you know, things that really influenced my life, and I put that into my music. You know, because, you know, I have southern roots, but I lived in the West Coast, so I have elements from, you know, listening to West Coast music into my records. You know, I have, you know, elements from down south records, you know, from you know, into my music, and then I also, you know, listen like New York music or whatever, you know, that take little things and piece it all together.
Do you believe like different areas have a different sound? Because I know like I'm a stickler for music. I always feel like that, you know, New York has a sound. Like if you listen to Plies, Florida has a sound. If you listen to Rick Ross, even he's from that area, so he has a sound. So you're from Georgia, right?
I'm originally born in South Carolina, but I was raised in California.
So you were raised in California. So what's the sound out there? How does the sound out there?
It depends on where you go in California, because like you know, a lot of people they hear a lot of the LA sound because they hear like maybe like YG or Kendrick or something like that. But if you go to the Bay, where they got, you know, E40 and stuff like that, it may sound the same to somebody who's not not from California, but it's a totally completely different. It's a totally different bounce. It's a different, you know, different lingo, different everything. So it really depends on, like, you know, your area.
I'm gonna say a word, and I want you to tell me how you feel. Struggle.
Struggle. Important.
Why?
Because you can't appreciate when you're up if you've never been down.
Joy.
Happiness.
Are you happy right now?
I'm cool right now.
Why are you just cool?
I'm cool because I think that's hunger. I'm never like content with what I'm doing. Every time I get somewhere, I'm happy that I got to that point. But then I always know, it's always somewhere farther to be. There's always something bigger in spot. So I'm never like content. I'm happy for the moment I'm in, but I'm always striving for bigger. But
Sex.
necessary.
Why is it necessary?
Necessary. Blow some steam off sometimes because this shit is crazy. And like not even just sex, but just having a personal life is just very important.
How is your personal life? What's your love life looking like? What's your family life looking like?
My family and love life is shot right now because I'm so tied up in this right now. I'm currently making, like, I don't want to say a sacrifice, but well, yeah, I'm currently sacrificing some of my personal life to pursue this music life, because I know when I'm all settled and done, then I can focus 100% on my personal life.
Love.
God is love.
Elaborate.
God is love. He's the person that created love, and his everlasting love is what influenced love on earth. So,
Do you feel like God influences your music?
I know that for a fact because I came from a family that really don't have any other musicians, probably like one or two, and I picked up a computer and learned how to make music out of the blue. So I know that was nothing but God. That was nothing.
Do you pray? Do you talk to God a lot? Do you have like conversations with God?
Definitely, because sometimes feel like I be going crazy because this industry would kind of make you wonder, like, am I insane? Because it's like a bunch of crazy mess, and then sometimes you're the non-crazy person in the room, and you're wondering like, why am I the crazy one? And then you realize everybody else is crazy, so you gotta talk to God sometimes and be like, yo, what's going on here? You get what I'm trying to say?
Are you scared?
Am I scared? Am I scared? No. Am I concerned? Yes.
So you're concerned with the industry that you're in because of the people that you have to deal with.
I'm concerned with how more so the industry is going, more so than the people I deal with, because it's like I'm concerned with how the weight game's changing. It seems like it's harder every day to kind of feed your family off this sometimes, because it's like now there's less money into it, there's less budgets into it, there's less, they're paying producers less, they're stuff less, and it's like, wow, it's like I feel like I have to work twice as hard in order for me to get the recognition that I deserve.
Do you feel like anyone can do what you do? Because I'm pretty sure anyone can pick up a laptop and follow the same path that you did. It's kind of like a self-taught thing.
Pretty much, and that is really what's going on in the game right now, because it's becoming very saturated, because more as technology evolves, the easier it is to make music. So, it's not like back